Hello and welcome back to Popcorn and Plot Holes. We watch facts movies so you don't have to, I guess. I mean, this was a facts
nice.
movie.
That was smooth.
You're right.
That was
I'm
smooth.
getting better. Every step of the day, I'm improving. We watched
100%.
Avatar: The Way of Water, aka Avatar 2. It is the
Sam Worthington vehicle?
Eddie Falco vehicle.
Don't. Sure. It's the discount Vin Diesel
The Jack
vehicle.
Champion vehicle, aka Spider. I mean, let's call it.
Forehead
Let's call it
McGee.
what it is. It is James Cameron's passion project, sweet baby child project,
Money
money
laundering.
laundering business that he is being very successful at money laundering with. This movie was very well received by the public. We're going to talk about it, but I would like to introduce the three other people who are joining me on the show this week, starting with first time, long time Spencer. Welcome back.
Hey, it's good to be back. It's good to see you boys. This is a big one.
It was very long, yes. As always, Luciano. Yep. And then also joining us from parts unknown, undisclosed bunker location with a roof that was built in, as we've been told, 1915.
1915. Yeah. Oh, this was a big one, all right. The kind that you try to flush, but it takes 2 more tries.
I don't think you have to flush if you just poop it into the ocean, but I'm not an expert on the subject.
There's only
I
one
think
place
you
this
are.
movie. This,
Maybe I'm an expert on pooping. Let's dive into this movie. As we said, we watched Avatar: The Way of the Water.
Dive
Nice.
in.
That was intentional, probably. This is Avatar 2 for the rest of you folks, and I believe 3 and 4 are already done and are just on their way.
No.
I'll believe it when I see it because this one took.
There's 4?
This one took what, like fucking 15 years to come out?
Yeah, but apparently he filmed like 2, 3, and 4 all together. Allegedly.
Why is there a 4 already? Okay, whatever.
Why is there 3
I don't
and
know
4?
why you're asking these questions because no one on this podcast can answer them. That's why I ask the questions. I'm the professional.
Has there ever been a franchise that's needed a sequel less than Avatar 1?
Ooh. I mean,
That's a
yes.
good question.
There's probably lots of them.
There's a lot.
It just seems like out of all the movies, like it was the. I remember everybody finding out that he was making like 4 avatars. They were like,
Why?
What?
Yeah.
They're
I
like,
certainly
why?
was. I was like, why?
That's the
He
problem.
doesn't need
Right.
one.
That's the problem. It's not that he
Yeah.
made one sequel; is that he went right away to
Yeah.
make 4. So
Yeah.
we'll see how that
He's
turns out.
dying on this hill, my friends.
Let's talk about The Way of the Water, Avatar 2. Let's be positive to start, and we'll see where we go from there. What did you like about The Way of the
It's
Water?
pretty.
It's pretty.
Very
It's
pretty. I liked how big Spider's forehead was.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
You just
That poor
had to get it
child.
out there quick.
Yeah, wow.
You're damn right.
Wow.
I gotta shoot. I gotta swing for the fences while I can. Home
Watch-
run derby.
Watching this movie feels like putting Visine in. It's like refreshing on your eyeball because it's so bright and the water simulation's so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty.
I gotta say though, it's in 2006 it was much more impressive, and also watching
True.
it in 3D was like it was the first one where you were like, okay, now I understand why 3D is for.
So we should put it out there. I watched this in IMAX 3D when it came out. But you guys did not, right? You didn't see it in
No,
theater?
I watched it
No,
yesterday.
I saw it at home. I watched that at home in full confidence that it would be as good as Avatar 1 with and without 3D. Like Avatar 1 was still solid as gold without 3D. But
Was it?
I think I
Was
loved
it, though?
I liked it.
Was
it was
it,
great. It stood
though?
up. Yes.
Great. So then you like
Yes.
this movie? I
No.
don't see. They're the same movie. I don't know why you didn't like it.
Same movie, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, cuz.
I have to say, I actually like this movie better than the first one.
Wow.
You son
I
of
think
a.
Chris is looking back with like rose-colored glasses. Nostalgia is
blue-
making Avatar
blue-colored
better than it
glasses in
was.
this case.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
I'll take them.
hmm
I'll take those.
Yeah, Avatar's movies are weird where they're like the most popular movies of all time, yet they feel like they have no influence on our zeitgeist.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
That's true.
You know what I mean? It's like they come and go and make like $1 billion.
They
And it
come
seems
out
like,
and people talk about Navi for 2 months and that's it.
yeah, and it's just like I'm like, who's seeing these movies? Because there's a lot of people I know that didn't see this.
Yeah.
Apparently,
How
everybody
many
saw this
times
movie.
did you
and
go, Spencer?
I went the standard 9 times, which is mandatory.
But really, though.
No, I saw it one time because I'm not a maniac.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fucking 3 hours, like in 15 minutes. One time was
What,
enough.
like when the original Avatar, it was like what, early 2000s?
2006, I think.
2009?
I think it was 2009.
Nine?
Right.
Not
Yeah.
6. I think
Nine.
it was 9.
It was 9.
Seems later than I think.
I remember that.
Okay, so it's
year.
like that's 15 years ago, and I will give a
Yeah.
little inflation on the so saying that you earned $1 billion at the box office with inflation, it's a bit easier, but I still Avatar was a phenomena when it came out, right?
Mhm.
And it's
Yeah.
because of the 3D. That was mainly what.
But it also,
Yeah.
it also quickly seemed to be forgotten.
Yes.
I don't know.
Its theater run, it was a phenomenon, so I understand why it eclipsed
Yes.
as much money as it did. But yeah, then we all forgot about it when it left the theater. But I just don't understand why people went to this one because it didn't have the were people just really bored about not going to the theater, and so they're just I need anything like fuck
It's a
me up,
good
daddy.
question.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm
That's what we
I'm
said.
sure- yeah.
Yes.
That's what James Cameron said. We're going to put this movie out 15 years later, and people are going to say, fuck me, daddy, I'm just going to go.
I'm just
That
gonna
was
go.
the pitch to the studio.
And in 2009, he said it'll be right after a worldwide pandemic, and people are going to want to go to the
They're
theaters.
going to watch
said, "What?"
whatever we put out, they're going to watch.
Not
What
me.
a weird thing to say, James
Chris,
Cameron, as he holds a vial
Chris,
mysteriously.
you say not me, yet here you are, having watched that movie completely, talking about it. Daddy Cameron got you. He fucked
he
you
did.
good.
He didn't
Yep.
get me. I did it for
He
the
always
cast.
does.
I did it for you.
That's okay,
all,
but Daddy
bros.
still got those. Daddy got those bucks. Those fuck
Got
bucks.
those books.
I think it's.
Oh, that's nasty.
Ah,
That's
the butt bucks.
nasty.
I think they.
There was no fucking.
People like it's like this is a James Cameron movie. It's Avatar. The other one was woo, and then they went to see it just because it's Avatar.
That's you know what? This whole storyline is boring me. I don't care about it anymore.
Oh,
Let's
like the
move on
movie.
from this.
Okay.
Switch it up.
This movie, it's very much like this movie. It's very generic, and I'm not here for it. Let's talk about something else
There
that's
you go.
generic in the movie. I'm going to pick a word from the word cloud here. Parenting. How was
no.
the parenting
Parenting.
in this movie?
Shit. This
the
movie.
Sully
This,
clan.
I have a
It's
new
not
title.
just shit.
Yeah.
It's like James Cameron knows one way of doing it, and he did it for every single fucking parent in this movie. Not only is it bad parenting, but it's cloned bad parenting.
It's endangerment.
It is. It is.
What are you going to do? Call social services? Pandora, baby.
You've reached Pandora Social Services at the sound of the tone. Please, sorry, our system has changed. At the sound of the tone, hang up. The sky people are coming.
Yeah, something like that.
I actually thought they would have like on all the whaling ships they'd have a little like jet ski for social services. And they just shoot them off.
I can't talk to you right now.
to go help the kid. Yeah.
Bro. This is a great way. Taika Waititi.
What?
You heard
Just
what he
saying
said.
random New Zealander names.
He said what he said. We'll get to that later. Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
I mean, this is. I don't know if this is Cameron's new
Parenting.
calling card, but like his generic storytelling and like everything was generic, right? Everything was a vehicle
Yeah.
to just show off how good Pandora looked and how like cool the ships were, and
Yeah,
how cool
yeah.
the world setting was. But his storyline was like just like, oh, okay, like you could write out what was going to happen before it happened, right? Like,
Yes.
Story
Yeah.
sucks. Same as the first movie.
It was like
just fucking-
Weetabix.
Well, yeah.
The story's
it's
just fucking
it's-
dressing for visual,
exactly.
for like
it's
a
there just to justify
computer software demonstration.
Yeah, it's like a demo reel.
It's a demo.
Yeah.
It's
It
a
is
demo of his new. That's why he's making 4 movies, because he wants to take on
Unreal?
on real time. Yeah, Unreal and real time software, bro.
I mean-
Also, he's gonna do one for each engine of Unreal. So like when Unreal 6
Yep.
comes out, he's gonna make another one.
Yep. Code name Titanic.
hey, Unity bought Weta. Why don't maybe Unity will buy his
Oh,
company
no.
after he's running into the ground, or maybe Unity.
No
will
one
Shut
run
up,
will
into
you
the
let
ground.
nerd.
Unity
Nobody knows
do
what you're talking
anything.
about.
Yeah, we do.
The audience is saying, "Who are these nerds?"
Who is the audience?
I'm saying,
Gamers.
I'm
Are the
saying,
gamers.
these movies make me sad because it makes me think of all the movies we could have been getting from James Cameron that
Like
are much
Titanic
cooler.
2.
No,
Like Titanic 2,
like-
Iceberg Jugaloo.
Jesus. I would watch.
What's up, baby?
Listen, I would watch a Titanic 2 if everybody was undead in it. That I would go watch that. Movie.
Oh.
What if they dropped a Terminator on Pandora?
I'd like that too.
Okay.
That's a movie. Well, that's the sad thing too, is you see all the army tech in this movie, and it looks so cool, and you're like, this is just Alien, you know, like like this is all the tech from the Alien franchise, like Aliens,
Yeah. yeah.
Oh, okay.
the one James Cameron directed.
Yeah.
It's like all looks
HR
the same design, not the HR Geiger
Similar.
stuff. The military
The
stuff in
mechs.
Aliens
The mech stuff, yeah.
is the exact
The
same style.
Exo robot type stuff.
Yeah, and I'm just like, man, if there was a big budget Alien movie made by James Cameron,
That would be fun.
that would be so fucking
I mean,
cool. Like, imagine
be
this
fine.
kind of
This
visuals
is-
with rated
This is
R.
a big
Right.
budget movie about aliens that James Cameron made.
Yeah,
But
Yeah,
this
I
is
want-
this
but
is
it's
on
the worst
but this
version
is
of
just-
it.
Exactly. This is on the Barney I love you, you love me tier.
Yeah, yeah.
If somebody told you, like, in 2008, that James Cameron's going to make a franchise, it's going to be about aliens. It's going to cost $1 billion
would
to
be
make.
so
It's going to make
excited.
$2 billion.
Yeah.
You'd be so hyped, and that movie in your head
It's so much better.
would be so much cooler
Yeah.
than the
You
movie
say-
that he made.
And when you say alien, you're talking like acid blood,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
predator style, like scorpion tail aliens, not Navi
What?
aliens,
Well,
right?
you
Not
didn't know in
peace,
2008. You
dude.
wouldn't have known.
Why did you
well,
invoke
what-
the
what you-
Predator when talking about? We don't mix those things.
I'm not saying. Listen,
You know,
listen,
that
listen,
movies
listen.
aren't good.
I'm trying to xenomorphs.
There you go.
Is that
Yeah.
a better term?
Xenomorphs.
I was
that's
trying to
correct.
get there. So you're saying if James Cameron had taken the reins,
No,
helped,
no, no.
carried the torch
What he's
of
saying-
a xenomorph themed movie.
What he's saying is, if you heard in 2008 someone tell you, James Cameron has a new franchise he's spinning up. It's about aliens in space with like a bunch of cool tech and all of that. It's going to cost $1 billion. It's going to make $1 billion each. You would be
It's gonna be the top grossing movie ever.
You would be so stoked about that movie.
Yeah.
and then you get
And then be so
Avatar.
sad
yeah,
when you watched it.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I liked the first Avatar, but based on that description,
I
I
actually
would have.
didn't.
I think I was excited,
I
but
was
not
like,
over the moon.
this is okay. When I watched that first movie,
Listen, it's visually when I saw Avatar 1 in theaters,
Yeah.
it was an incredible experience. The 3D was really
but
cool.
it was a demo reel.
But it's a hippie dippy nature
Pocahontas.
fucking Pocahontas movie.
Pocahontas meets Dances with Wolves in Space. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Meets, yeah.
and this movie was
Spaceballs.
almost the same thing.
I wish it was as funny
Right?
as Spaceballs.
I mean, yeah, it was.
Was this movie like a copy and paste of the first?
Not
When they were like
quite-
doing the
not
riding of the
quite.
whale thing, when they go have to learn how to ride
Yeah.
whales, I'm like, this is the exact same scene as when
Free
they're
Willy.
learning
It was
the
15
birds.
years ago. No one remembers 15 years ago.
Well, not
Unfortunately-
only does nobody remember, he didn't even like try to say, "Hey, this is this universe." Nope, it goes right into it. Like you don't remember, fuck you. Get on with the program.
No, they show like Jake Sully's kid being born, and
So
That is all.
that's
Stuff.
it. There's no
And they think they
preamble.
disregard a lot of the previous
that's
movies.
because
Like, yeah,
it's
don't
not
worry about it.
important.
Yeah, well, as we've established,
Very
the
true.
story doesn't really matter as long as they can use the story to show the graphics.
and
Yeah,
sell more
yeah.
software.
I feel like the viewers are like, wait a minute, how did Sully get that body again? Boom! Explosion!
Yeah, exactly.
Well, water effects.
So is there? I don't want to. Let's just go. Let's just fucking get off the map here.
Okay.
If James Cameron was to be put in jail for mysterious reasons,
Plagiarism.
Yeah.
I like this plagiarism. Who
Sloth.
do you? No, not sloth. Plagiarism
Sloth.
works for the question. He plagiarized all of Avatar from somebody. Who do you
Yes.
want that somebody to be so they can come in and make an Avatar 3 that you're gonna love?
Oh, I see what you mean.
So Ridley Scott.
I was
is
gonna
one.
say Ridley Scott. Although
I
Ridley
mean,
Scott lately,
Denise Villeneuve.
Stop. I think you got to stop picking these old guys because they're not.
No, I said
Oh.
Denise Villeneuve. The guy who directed
Yeah.
Dune.
Why are
Dune.
you saying his name weird?
Because that's
Because I don't know how to say his name.
Villeneuve.
No, it's not Villeneuve. Villeneuve.
Like, what the fuck?
Dennis Villeneuve.
Denis
No, that's
Villeneuve.
wrong. Yes,
Denis
thank you.
Poutine.
Guys, come on.
What the shit, dude?
We're in Canada. Their second language, for God's sake.
Okay, so Chris picked Denis Poutine.
jump down.
Denis Poutine.
Denis Poutine.
Don't shoot me.
It would be
Spencer didn't even know how to say
Denis
his name.
Poutine's Avatar would just be in Canada at that point.
Okay.
It would be. It wouldn't be Way of Water. It would be Way of Quebec.
Wait, how did you get to
Way of
avatars
gravy.
in Canada? This is interesting. Wait a
Denis
minute.
Poutine
Okay,
would put it in
cool.
Canada, obviously.
Yeah.
We've established
Okay,
this.
so we want to know which witnesses would we call to the stand? Who would prosecution?
We
call
are
to
way
the
too
stand
far off. I just
based
want to
on
know
that? Dig it.
who he
What the
plagiarized
fuck?
from. I want to know who the director you want to
Yeah.
see in charge of Avatar 3 is to make it a good movie.
To
I was
make
trying
it,
to
okay,
fucking
never mind.
segue
That's
shit,
even
but
better.
I confused you.
Honestly-
It's on
Sorry,
me.
I was trying to get back on track and understand you. Sorry.
The worst thing you could do for this movie is get a different director. The only reason why this movie
No.
is any would think what it is it's James fucking Cameron, and he
No.
makes great movies. You need a new writer.
No.
Writer.
James Cameron will never let you
You
have
need
a
more
writer.
than that.
James Cameron
I
will
know.
not do that. So you have to get rid of him.
But
So we
James
need
Cameron,
to kill James
Yes.
Cameron,
Spectacle.
give him a terrible,
Kill
terrible
James
death.
Cameron.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Marry Dennis Villeneuve. Fuck
Yes.
Denis Poutine.
Dennis Poutine. Yes. Yeah.
There you go.
That's the only right answer. Yes.
Fuck
No.
you.
No. Kill James Cameron. Marry Denis Villeneuve. Eat Denis Poutine.
Same.
I said what I said.
I'm vilified. Oh my god. Oh my god. I feel so much better about life now. Denis
I don't
Poutine.
know who I would put in his place. So would it have to
can't
be the
replace James
same
Cameron.
person?
Yes, you
Answer the
can.
question, you fucking coward.
John Woo.
That's fine.
I already did answer.
He was like, "Oh, you're picking all of these old guys." John Woo. Yeah, because he's a
Chad, the director from John Wick, Chad Stileski.
Yeah. I wouldn't go.
I'm here for
That's
that.
fine.
That's
I wouldn't
newer.
go so actiony.
He's younger.
But I like
What?
where you're
Christopher
headed.
Nolan.
No, not Christopher. Fuck you, Christopher Nolan.
Christopher
I'm just
who?
naming
Yeah,
top
stop
what
doing
directors.
is,
that. Think, for God's sakes.
What is the Batman's director's name? I don't remember his name.
Which?
Christopher Nolan.
No,
Matt Reeves.
Idiot. Matt
Reeves.
Reeves.
Matt Reeves. Yeah.
Matt Reeves would be good.
Yeah.
You're-
Planet of the
Spencer's
Apes.
not wrong, but he's wrong.
No,
See,
I said
Matt
the
Reeves.
Batman,
Yeah.
not Batman Begins.
Yeah. Matt Reeves' Planet of the Apes is
The Christopher
instantly better than Avatar 2. Like, he could handle it. It's the same fucking genre.
Sci-fi.
I mean, yes.
Wait.
Okay, we've got off the rails
It's
already.
not off the
What
rails.
rails? There were no rails to begin with.
Hey,
Where we're going, we don't need
right, we don't.
rails.
I'm just saying, guys. You put this shit ass story with any other director, it's not making $1 billion.
No, but
That's
that's
the
the
thing.
thing.
You don't
You-
have to have a shit ass story.
you give a director the ability to get a story in place. Like the director.
Directors don't write
No,
the
but-
movie.
We know.
God, Spencer,
It's a clean
why
slate.
are you taking
Why-
Luciano's role in this
I was gonna
podcast?
say, why are you being me? I literally was gonna say that.
Now we
That's
have to
my
rely on
job.
Luciano to be funny, and I don't know how that's going to
know
go
what?
for
He's
anybody.
cloning
know what?
you.
I-
He's trying to
I
take your...
can, but it's gonna be funny for me and sad for everybody else.
Oh my god.
Stay in your lane.
He's trying to steal your brain
You
to take
cut
your
me
knowledge.
deep there. You said things you can never take back, and we're gonna move on. And
happening?
I hear you. I'll be better.
Moving on to this movie, we watched 3 hours of Avatar 2.
We did.
This is what it does
This
to
movie,
you.
I have to say it, and I don't care if I sound old.
Okay, go on.
I don't understand why this movie was 3 hours.
Yeah.
It felt like a waste of my time at points. And
It
that's
also
not just
felt
'cause
longer than 3 hours.
Yes.
it's not that the story was bad. The story is bad. But you can still tell
Yes.
that generic story in less time, and I'd feel better about what I just watched. Like, they just seem to drag things out or make
Yeah.
things that
Yep.
There were many scenes and many sort of like subplot points that they extended for no reason.
do you feel like that's
the
a
whole-
Yeah.
that's a root cause of making 3 movies at the same time? He's setting up all these future threads that we don't care about because we haven't seen Avatar 3 to 29.
Is it? Is that what it is? Because
I don't
I
know.
can think of at least 2 or 3 like scenes where I was like, why is the scene still going 10 minutes?
Why
in?
is fucking teenage Sigourney Weaver like not allowed to plug into the
For 2 seconds?
water tree?
The water
for 2
tree,
seconds,
the sacred...
and then she
yeah.
does
Never,
anyway.
never fuck the tree. Never fuck the
Yeah,
tree.
there you go.
It's rule number 1.
No, why did we need
Don't
to
put your penis hair in the penis tree.
Spencer's
docking,
back, everybody.
No
It's
docking
fine.
with the tree. Stop docking with the trees. Yeah. Why did we need to watch that whole Loak getting almost eaten for like a good 5 minutes, and then that whole fucking scene that long with the Tulkun, and then the whole thing with him coming back? They didn't need to be that scene was 15 minutes long.
I don't
It
even
didn't
know
need to be.
what you just said. I have no idea who those people are.
See? This is what
Wait,
happens.
were those real words?
Does that happen in this
That's
movie?
what happens.
Some
those
of them,
words in
some
the
of them
movie?
are.
With the product demo this long, one has to wonder, like, was this? I think they could have split these releases out a little bit more. Like, pace yourself.
They should
Cameron
have taken
Camp.
a bunch of shit off that didn't need to be.
I'm
there.
talking
No,
like
a lot of these scenes
I'm not
feel
serious. I'm not serious.
like them smelling their own farts in terms of like indulging the beauty of the like we're gonna hold on this shot of them in the water for 18 minutes, and it's like, listen, I love underwater shit, I really do.
Yeah.
That was like why I wanted to watch this movie. I
I
love
like
underwater
those diving
movies,
scenes. Yeah,
and I love the diving scenes. But even I was like, okay, we get it. It's
we
the
were
ocean.
talking about things we liked, and I actually never ended up saying something that I liked. I was going to say I liked.
You
design
went
of
right
the
to the
sea
negative. It was
Of
fucking
course.
3 minutes in, and
Have
you trashed this
fucking
movie.
met me?
I tried.
But yo, we literally had a scene where Kiri was staring underwater at sand. She was fucking. That's okay. Let me finish. She had that scene and the other where she was essentially high under the water looking around. She had taken CPCP and then just stared at shit.
You know what that scene looks like? You know when you go to like a TV store and they have the demos going? That looks exactly like that. Just like, what are they showing? Oh, it's just water and sand. Oh, it looks so pretty. No, it doesn't. It's fucking water and sand.
She was high on LSC.
No.
Hey.
I don't know what the fuck that was.
Thank you. That
Don't
was
worry
my
about
walkout music to my comedy act. Oh, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Spencer.
I don't like a lot of the runtime on this movie. I think it's just they went into, like Spencer said, this is like, oh, look how good this looks. Isn't it amazing? I'm gonna extend this stupid shot of underwater fish, algae, whatever the fuck, for 5 minutes just because it looks so cool and it serves no purpose.
I did like the water stuff. It looks great.
It looks
Yeah.
For some reason, I didn't love all the designs of the animals. I find them kind of cartoony sometimes.
Interesting.
Like I wish they were like the whales and the stuff all looked a little more realistic.
When you think of the proportion of all the stuff in the sea that they showed, or rather just everything that they showed, thinking about the story, they go from forest to this to join a sea tribe. I was shocked when the tribe, the chief, the water people chief's daughter finally took the kids to the water tree. I was like, oh shit, they have a sacred place too. Like, we needed that so much sooner.
Well,
Did that happen in the
it
movie?
did.
That's what
see?
Kiri
watch
bumped
this
into.
movie?
Movie's too long.
Did you?
It's too long.
Oh my god, that's fair.
Yeah, but
It's so
also
long.
we needed that, but also lazy much,
Yes.
right? It's like,
It's the same premise.
well, yeah, it's
True. And they did it worse.
No, like literally the first movie is
don't
like
think it's
him
worse.
going to this world and learning the culture of the Navi.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then this is them leaving their comfortable world of the forest
and
Navi
learning the sea.
to
Navi.
go learn the culture of the sea
Hey,
Navi.
can we not
So
call
you
it
know
the
what's
Sea
next.
Navi because it gets really close to Nazi
Sea
all of a
Nazi?
sudden? Yeah.
No, he
See-
said sea Navi.
Yeah.
It rolls off
maybe
the poutine
maybe it's just the
tongue.
way Spencer's enunciating Navi.
Maybe we can call it.
Why? Because I say it like, sea Navi. sea Navi.
Maybe we can call the sea one's navy.
Okay, there we
Hey, that works.
We
That's the
want
way.
blue skins.
Oh no! And so Spencer is back.
go. Oh god,
Oh.
gone too far the other way.
So you know what's going to happen now? Like, this is the Earth, Wind, and Fire tour. So James Cameron
Wait,
is winning me
So
back.
it's going to be the
Yo,
fire
let
Navi.
Fire Navi, and then Earth
No,
Navi. Like forest.
the forest is the Earth.
Yeah, there's gonna be
Okay,
air.
so then
Forest
air
is the
now.
air.
But they were
'cause
in
fly.
air.
Oh, they did.
There's a lot
And
of flying in
their
it.
base camp was in the. It
That's
was like
true.
floating
That is true.
mountains.
Okay, so they're the air Navi. You're right. They're
Yeah.
the air Navi.
Yeah.
So we need the Earth Navi and the Fire Navi.
Earth.
And then the
Yeah,
the
so
Earth
Jake
Navi
is
are
the
just
Avatar?
gonna be dwarves.
That's what I'm fucking saying.
Wow.
Shit.
And
And
it's gonna, it's messed up.
then
Avatar?
Jake.
So someone
Jake
needs
is
to
gonna
sue
combine their
Cameron.
powers to become
Captain Navi,
Captain
Pandora.
Captain Navi.
Captain Pandora. Yeah.
Captain
Go,
Ponvi.
Pandora! The power
Yeah.
is yours.
Oh my god, I love it and I hate it at the same time. I love us for coming up with it, but I hate them because that's what they're gonna do and they're gonna fuck it up.
The next
They
one's
need to
just-
recast. I know who they need to do. They need to fire Sam Worthington and hire Don Cheadle as the Avatar.
They're not gonna fire. They're not gonna fire Sam
You're a
Worthington.
tree. You're a tree. Just you're a tree. Tree.
This is the
Tree.
best audio podcast we've ever done.
They don't need. They know. They
They're
felt
never gonna
it.
fire Sam Worthington because they're paying him $8
Yeah.
This is true.
3 feet.
You're right.
because it's all he has.
You're
He
right.
got 350 and a Subway sandwich. That's
Hey, what's-
fucking.
Honestly, I often think of the career of
How
Sam
much did-
Worthington. Can you, when you think about his career,
Why?
like imagine a guy with
What
like
do you mean career?
he's got nothing.
What has he done other
and
than
then
the
he gets
first
into
Avatar?
the biggest. But that's the thing. He has nothing. He becomes the biggest in the biggest franchise of all time. Can't parlay that into a
No,
career.
Yeah.
that was the
And
that
now
was
he-
the end of his
now he
career.
has
His
all of them.
career was like he had like a 3-year stretch where they put him in a whole bunch of movies and
And they all bombed.
Terminator
Wrath,
3.
Titans.
Oh,
Or
great
sorry,
movie to start
not
with.
Terminator 3, Terminator 4. What was the name of that one? It's the one where
Even fucking better.
they go in the future.
It's 4.
Yeah,
it's
it's
4.
the one
It's
with
four.
Christian
Yeah.
Bale.
Yeah.
Judgment. Judgment Day.
Judgment Day. That's what I thought too, but that seemed wrong.
Something like
No,
that.
Judgment Day is
Yeah, Terminator 2 is
the most
Judgment
Oh
Day.
famous
yeah,
one.
that's right. What's
why it
the
was wrong.
fourth one?
Fucking idiot.
Terminator, whatever. Terminator. Christian Bale
Extinction?
yells at the
Back in
assistant,
Black.
whatever.
Yeah.
Terminator Back in
Anyway.
Black.
If it's not, no, it is.
His net worth.
Terminator 4.
Back in Black.
Worthington's
Machine
net
Gigaloos.
worth is $30 million. That's pretty good for such a bad career.
That's actually
No, but imagine
bad.
being
He's
that
been in
lucky
2
though.
It is
Avatar
bad.
movies. That was only have
I
$30
know.
million.
Because like, think about it.
He's the goat of
He
shit.
did Avatar 1 and then fucking nothing for 15 years, and now he did Avatar 2, and that's his career. Like, what the? How the fuck?
Well, we
does
know
that
that's not
happen?
true. Let's look
He's
him
the
up.
Fabio. I've got it. I
He
figured
did
it out.
Clash of Titans.
Oh, great!
And
Amazing.
Wrath.
Oh,
Hey,
But
Clash
check
of,
it.
Clash of Titans got a sequel.
so
I know what this guy. I
Avatar
know what
got a
Worthington
sequel to
is.
look at Avatar now.
I've cracked the code. I've cracked it, guys. I've cracked it. Sam Worthington is the Fabio of sci-fi.
How so?
What's Fabio the Fabio
Yeah.
of? Modeling?
But wasn't he
Yes.
good at modeling?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't-
Fabio
yeah,
was
I-
good.
I
at
don't
No,
that.
no, no,
Romance
no, no,
novel
no, no, no,
covers.
no, no.
That's where Fabio made his bank.
Yes.
Ah, there you go.
yes.
But he doesn't even have that.
It took you a while. That's not the point. Sam is not a romance novel cover model.
He
I
is
will
as
say
much
this.
a romance cover novel front as it is as he is an actor. It's about
I will
the
say,
same.
I will say that Sam Worthington was in Manhunt, and that was actually good.
What is that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Was
it was
I haven't
the-
watched that.
The FBI thing.
Oh,
Yeah, I did watch that. It was
was he
good.
good in it?
Yeah, he was good. He was solid.
Okay.
He wasn't bad.
He's like white bread. You know, it's
Yeah.
it's not a
But
great
the-
meal.
Like
But not the good
like a
white bread,
glass
not
of warm
Italian.
water. That's what he is.
Yeah, like but he'll quench your thirst, but you're not going to enjoy your beverage.
You're quenched?
Yeah, I mean, if you're thirsty, if you're parched.
But my point was just imagine what a great lucky career he has. He's like, can you think of another actor that's in nothing but isn't except for the biggest franchise of all time? I guess Mark Hamill.
Yeah, but Mark.
How dare you put them in the same
Well, and
sentence?
then,
Here we
he
are.
goes on to do other shit. So
Maybe
Mark-
Sam
I
Worthington will
mean,
become a
to be
great
fair,
voice
Sam
actor.
Worthington has done other shit. It's just not.
good.
We're
More
like we don't
famous.
care. He was in
Yeah.
9 Bullets. He played Jack.
What
He's
is
in-
9 Bullets?
It's a
Jack,
movie.
Jake,
He
Jacques.
was in Transfusion. He was Ryan.
Amazing.
He played Ryan.
Are you? Wait, I can't tell if you're making
Keep
those
going.
up or if they're actually
going.
true.
He was in The Titan as
going.
Lieutenant Rick Jansen.
So look at this.
I was going to say Rick James.
So Matt is reading off of
Rick.
IMDb. I'm going to do it too. So he was in Contagion and he played John. Can you tell me?
There are
Can you
so
tell
many
me that's not
J's.
true?
Keep
I
going.
can because I'm looking at IMDb.
He was
was
also
in,
in
he was-
Cardboard Box, and he played Bob.
Terrible name.
As Jacques, he
terrible
played.
fake
No, he
movie.
was Jacques. He was
He
Jacques.
plays Dr. Robert Sully. So there's like a little play on the name there.
Okay,
He was in Bullet Hole,
that
and
is.
he played Vince.
Thank you.
Is that true? I don't know if that's true or
No,
not.
it wasn't true.
That was a good movie.
Um,
You didn't see Bullet Hole?
No.
he was in
because I made it up. You fuck.
That's what I mean. I believe
He was
you when you
in-
said it.
Love and Distrust. He played Miles.
Did you know he was
We don't
in?
know. Well, this is a new game. Name. Can you spot the fake character and
Two
movie
truths
of
and a
Sam
lie.
Worthington?
I've got one. It's my turn. It's my turn.
Okay, you go, Ray.
He was in Cake, and he played Roy.
I feel like that's true.
Yeah, that might actually be true.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm final answer.
Final answer, Luciano.
Yeah.
It's not true.
It's true.
Oh, my
Oh.
god! There's a movie.
This is
there's
a great
movie
game.
named
I love
Cake?
this game.
What the fuck?
Yeah. What about The Hunter's Prayer? And he played
This is fake. I can tell by the way
Lucas.
you're looking up at the
He
sky.
played Lucas.
No, that's not a wide enough name.
That's
It
no
was
way.
real.
You're all fools.
Oh, really?
my God.
Oh,
Um,
you got me good.
How about he was in the TV show Jag and he played Dunsmore?
Of course it did.
I
Ooh.
believe
Of course,
Jag, but was he
he
done?
was fucking in
I'll
Jag
believe
for
that.
sure.
Because you could say real and fake. I'm going to say fake.
Of course he was in that. Of course Jag was real. 2 episodes.
Jag was real, but I'm saying
No,
he was
Dunsmore.
not.
He was
but okay.
Dunsmore for 2 episodes in 2000.
Okay. Okay. I believe.
I don't even
the
have
show.
to make up fake ones. They're all fake. I feel like
He was in
I've
They
got
sound
one.
fake.
Okay, go.
Forged
Okay.
Uh-huh.
as Billington.
Yeah. You oversold that.
it's just a little too far.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know why I said come up with a normal name and I came up with Billington.
I'm gonna say. Okay, so wait. So
I
are
have-
we
I
waiting
have
and saying
one.
that's
Name it
fake?
all.
He was
you
in
go.
Hijacked, and he played Robert.
I'm gonna say
I
fake.
think the
Fake, fake.
so kind of
It's fake. You're good at
screwed
movie
you.
titles and you're also
Yeah,
bad at
and-
names. Like,
yeah, I know, I know.
Robert. Not even the last name. Like,
No, why does
Let
he
me-
need one?
He was in Kidnapping Mr. Heineken, and he played Willem.
Mr. Heineken. Is this a beer heist movie?
But it was real.
No.
No, it wasn't.
2015.
Are you fucking kidding?
Kidnapping Mr. Heineken?
6.1 stars.
Oh my god.
Willem Holleder.
Chris keeps throwing me off with these real ones.
how
How
about
is a movie named Kidnapping Mr. Heineken? How does it exist?
Okay, here's another one. This is going to be a very hard one. This one's called Gyan. I'm alive.
Gone, I'm alive?
No, it's called Gyan. Gyan. Gyan.
I don't think that when they talk about the movie title, they yell it, but I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, I don't know
It's called
what.
Gyan. I'm alive.
I don't want to be here anymore.
Too far.
Just
Too
guess
done.
if it's real or fake.
It's
I'm
real.
too
Fuck
scared.
you, it's real.
It's real.
It's a music video.
It's 2013. I
dead.
know.
It's dead.
I have one more for you.
No,
Let's
he
see.
killed himself.
Let's
Okay.
see.
Okay.
Echoes of Eternity, and he plays Dr. Ethan Stone.
That
real?
sounds like real.
Yeah, fake.
Spencer wins.
You're smiling.
Is it fake?
Yeah, you're smiling.
You finally won one.
That's fake.
Moving on.
Ethan
Let's
Stone.
talk about Avatar: The Way of the Water. That's a movie we watched.
That's a
allegedly.
good segment.
That's fake.
You did good.
Wait,
The Way of the Water. Jake Sully. Fake.
Fake news. It's fake news.
Got him.
It's fake. Oh man.
Who we talk about? We talk so much about him. Let's just talk about him in this movie, not his acting, because whatever. Jake Sully,
Fuck
the
it.
character Jake
Okay.
Sully.
Yeah.
Why Jake Sully? What Jake Sully? Who Jake Sully? When Jake Sully? Where Jake Sully?
yeah.
You know what?
Why Jake Sully?
Why was the
I don't-
first one?
Listen, it's easy to hate on Jake
Okay.
Sully,
Oh, it's very.
and I will.
Do it.
No.
We got you covered.
I think Jake Sully is a good a good character for being like a guy who's clearly like a military dude, like a military loser dude. Like he's
Jarhead.
like the kind of guy that, yeah, like he's like gets the Navy SEAL tattoo on his arm and
misspelled somehow.
yeah, and posts like on Instagram being like, never forget our soldiers on like a non-holiday of a soldier, and
look at my new assembly time, my AR-15 assembly disassembly time, nuclear.
Yeah, it just ties everything in his identity back to military.
Right,
like he feels like that kind of guy. It'd be like Christmas, and it'll be like, Merry Christmas, pal. Don't forget, we wouldn't have this blessed day without our soldiers.
Guys, fucking impossible during Veterans Day then.
Oh yeah, exactly. I mean, that's of course. Yeah. And he's like hashtag war on Christmas. But like, I think he's a good, like, I see him as that, like the way they present him, and it kind of makes me feel like he's a real person.
He's
in a good way.
So the character as he is, I think he is a good audience surrogate, like for us, or at least he was in the first movie.
No, he's not in this one. A father protects. It's what gives him meaning. Shut the fuck up, Jake. You a bad daddy. No, you're a bad daddy.
But it's okay for him to be a bad dad. Like if you want one character to be a bad dad, the problem is that everybody is a bad parent.
Your logic holds, but it's worse for Jake Sully because not only is he the father, he's the father of his unit, but then he's also supposed to be, until they leave, he's the chief of their tribe. So he's still a bad daddy times two.
No, but he does, like, he's war daddy as a chief. Jesus Christ, as a chief, he seems to be doing a good job, and we're gonna talk about it later. But like, he the problem is he treats his kids as if they're like his unit, as you said, but then nothing happens.
His unit?
Unit.
not the unit in his pants, you perv.
RDJ.
Yeah. Unit.
No, I didn't say his package. No, survive.
We need to do that one we need to do that movie one day.
Yeah,
but anyways,
but like, to Matt's point, like, all that he does is like talk to his kids as if they're soldiers, but then nothing happens. Like they fuck up all the time, and then the eldest son just takes the shit for the other one.
Yes,
and then
he dies.
Then nothing happens.
Yeah, and there's more in there too. Every time the young one fucks up, and he grabs him by the neck and looks at everybody else, it's like, "Don't worry,
I got this.
I got this
nothing
one."
Happens.
Cut to nothing happens.
Yeah. But then you go to the C tribe or the C clan, and the parents are exactly the same with their kids.
Oh yeah.
C-Clan?
C-Clan? C-Clan of the Blue Navy.
Oh, Chris does not affiliate. Oh my God.
C-Clan?
Oh no. Oh, Chris does not affiliate himself with this podcast. The creators of this podcast are Chris does not affiliate himself with this podcast.
Yeah, I agree. He the parenting is. It would be good if his arc was like when his son died, he realized that he shouldn't treat them like soldiers.
No, he just moved the other kid to like. Now
he just upgraded.
You're corporal.
Now you're my
corporal son. Now,
congratulations, son! You just got a promotion.
Yeah, this is terrible. I thought about this.
Battlefield promotion, Lieutenant Corporal son.
This is terrible. You guys are right. You guys are right. I was thinking about what I was going to talk about during this fucking for tonight, right? And
wait, you prepare for this? What the fuck?
I was incensed, so I thought about this, right? So, anyways, his narrative line of father protects is still flawed, because when you think about that and hold it up to the movie, a father protects until you get your firstborn killed, and then you look at your secondborn and make sure you let them know that you love them and that you see them, and that you.
You see me, boy.
This is end the podcast.
Now you
end the podcast.
Now you killed Chris.
This is the end. This is the perfect ending, and this is what goes on the fucking VHS cover.
Anyways, you killed it. Spencer murdered Chris now.
Nice. Thank you, Spencer. Thank you.
Let's talk about the female representation in this movie. We have returning characters.
Yes.
Returning?
Yeah.
Characters?
Well, people and or characters. It's not the same for everybody. Sigourney Weaver is
they
back.
did them dirty.
And listen, someone's got to explain this to me. She's back playing a teenage girl.
Yeah.
Was that her? It sounded like
It
her.
is
I was
her.
No, it
why
is
does
her.
she sound-
Because
what the fuck?
they say in the movie, they gloss over it in the movie at least, that she was born from Sigourney Weaver's avatar, and it's like the fucking Jesus Immaculate Conception. No one knows how it happened.
Yeah.
But when did that happen? Like, that didn't happen in the last movie.
They didn't set that up at all.
No, it just was the thing in this movie.
Super of all the scenes they could have extended a little bit. Maybe the Immaculate Conception of no, that was literally like what, 30 seconds? Oh, she got
terrible.
Grace's avatar got pregnant and we adopted her. That's literally all they say.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what's going on with Grace's avatar. Like, is Grace dead so she can't pilot her avatar? But they got it in a vat somewhere. So, anyways,
I thought it was. I was so
the point of the
confused.
question is, like, we're talking
it in
about
the
the
bath.
female representation of the movie. So we have her.
Sure.
We have Zoe Saldana back
Neytiri.
as Neytiri.
Yeah.
We have. I'll have to look up IMDb, but we have the
Kate Winslet.
Is she the other clan
what?
lady?
Yeah.
Oh, the sea tribe.
Oh, it's Kate Winslet.
Okay.
I can understand you not
Clan?
recognizing. I can understand you not recognizing her for trying to put on some sort of an African accent. I guess for no good
Yes.
reason.
Please, never again, Kate. Ronal is the name listed here on IMDb.
Yeah,
so she is in this movie. If we're going down this list of women in the movie just to pick them out, Edie Falco is in this movie. I assume she's going to come up more in the next movies because she's the general.
I wouldn't assume that.
Yeah, that's fair. She's the general at the base, and she's the one who sends out Quaritch to go and do his thing.
You mean the general who was torturing a child? To kind of find...
no, it's fine. It's his kid. He can do whatever he wants. That's the rules.
It wasn't even him. It was her.
No, it's Edie Falco who's torturing him.
Whatever. It's her kid. She can do whatever she wants. She's human. I don't know.
It's her soldier's kid. It's fine.
Anyways, but like, that was the female representation in the movie, and they had lots of it passes the Bechdel test in terms of they have lots to say and do, but none of it's meaningful. It's all very much like, hey, we have the boys fight the boys and the girls fight the girls, right?
Like, not really. It wasn't like
no, but it feels like that, right? Like that's how the movie's like.
The girl just kills us.
Women are secondary. Like the men are in charge, and like I was so many times I was waiting for Atari to be like, hey, Jake, you're a fucking idiot. I'm gonna go handle this shit.
I thought that was gonna happen a couple of times.
Well, the whole first movie, she's like really teaching him a lot.
Yeah,
true,
and really like giving him all this like new insight into the world.
And she's really relegated to secondary hard. In this movie.
And in this, she has no wise words. She just
has weird yells
about how to raise their kids. She just gets really angry or really sad.
And ugly
She's
face.
Just an
she
assassin.
rocked the ugly face
assassin.
several times. Yep.
That's her.
That's her name. That's her name in the business.
That's her title.
The ugly-faced assassin.
And reprising her role as ugly-faced assassin, Zoe Saldana joins us again for Avatar 2.
They really, It's like they really did her dirty because she's an actually really interesting character, probably the most interesting character in the first movie. And here's just like, no, she's just gonna speak with her weird accent, even when she's speaking her native Navi. And she's just gonna either hiss or yell, or just be mad and sad. Like I don't understand why James Cameron did this to her.
James wrote, edited, directed, and was principal photographer. He held all the fucking. He had all the Infinity Stones in this damn.
Here's what I'm going to say.
Shoved them all up his own ass.
Here's what I'm going to say about this, and I'm not going to let you any of you respond to this because we're going to segue into the plot hole. And there's only one because it's ginormous. It is the fucking plot pit. But what I'll say to this is James Cameron is New Age George Lucas. He had one good idea, and he can make things look pretty. Do not let him write a story, because he'll just write up a bunch of racist tropes and try to pass it by as good story.
The Z-Clan!
The Trade Federation ring a bell to anybody?
Oh no.
Moving on to
I
plot
wonder
holes.
if Avatar 3
No.
is going to have a Trade Federation.
No. We're past it. They do. They're coming in the third movie. That's the Fire Clan. Earth Clan. It's the Earth Clan. Moving on. This plot hole. It's a big one. It is a plot pit. I don't even know if pit is big enough.
A void. A plot void.
Plot void. Plot
Yeah.
black hole.
Hole.
Black-
Crater.
Crater.
Is a crate.
Crater. I think black hole is bigger than a crater, but try it out.
Black hole. Mhm.
Okay. I think a black hole is bigger than a crater.
Yeah.
Matt, 2023.
That's called letting someone down gently and saying their idea is stupid and wrong.
Yeah, why would you do that?
That really depends on how deep the crater is and how
That
black
is
the
fair.
hole is.
Oh no!
How black is the
hole?
Why
How
you
black?
guys gotta make
How
it
many
weird?
K's are in your
How
question,
black?
Spencer?
How black the can? The can.
Moving on.
Matt,
Plot hole. The question
go
I
ahead.
have, really high level. The Earth comes back to Pandora. The Earth is... They are called the Resource Development Administration. They have a general in charge. Don't worry about that. It's like the Salvation Army. It's fine.
In every other way that it isn't.
Their
But
plan, as is said to us when there's a little bit of exposition between Navi Quaritch and Edie Falco, is that the Earth is dying, quote unquote. So they are here because they are trying to prepare the Pandora planet where humans can't breathe, but not important, for people from Earth to come live on. Then, so that's how we get Quaritch. Quaritch is then sent to stop the Jake Sully problem. Jake Sully moves away, and they spend all their resources trying to find Jake Sully to kill him.
Yeah,
And that is the entire plot
definitely
of the movie.
the biggest plot hole in the movie. She says we can't do what we want because Jake Sully keeps stopping us. We need you to get rid of Jake Sully.
He gets rid of himself.
And then he says, okay. And then Jake Sully says, they won't stop hunting me. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Thereby solving their problem. So
Mission accomplished.
where is the
Quaritch.
conflict? Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what's the problem here in general? Like, I
You're
wonder if
effective.
in the next movie they're just gonna like hard cut to the where they were and it's just a Walmart. It's like the old Tree of Life is now like a McDonald's.
There's like a
Walmart.
parking lot around it.
There's an Arby's.
Oh no, that's offensive.
Yeah, it's really gone bad.
It's like, and like even beyond that, they're like, okay, so the Earth is fucked. We have to move over here. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna send a bunch of ships, and every single time one of those ships lands, it's going to fuck up like a 3-mile radius of this planet.
Just hectares and hectares of like fucking green.
just fucking
Scorched.
just turn it into a fucking inferno.
We use nukes to stop
Yeah.
our engines.
There you go.
We just nuke the ground to create resistance. That softens everything up.
They're like, so yeah, we are the Resources Development Administration, but resources,
Yeah.
it's
It's like an oxymoron. Resources development.
yeah,
They develop them into ash.
yeah, into ash and scorched earth, yeah. And like you said, Matt, there's like, okay, so I'm gonna go to this planet where we can't, or this moon where we can't breathe, where the entire fucking native life is hostile to us. Within 10 minutes of us being in there,
Correct.
They come in and fucking murder everybody. And we're gonna fucking all of the resources that we don't have on Earth anymore because it's dying. We're gonna destroy it here too. Can't see a
100%.
problem with this. And Jake Sully is stopping us, but we have to remove him. Oh, hey, General, he removed himself. No, let's go after him. Just make sure we kill him. Spend all of the resources.
Let's pause this.
Yeah.
This
Let's take a breath.
Earth-saving mission and go after that guy.
Why? Just let's go.
Furthermore, on this plan they have come with many more things to make a more permanent foothold on the planet. Correct.
Yeah, they're building shit and whatnot. Yeah.
And so we find out later in the movie they don't really have that much of an army on surface, I guess, even though it's a general. So Quaritch and his like 5 buddies that are left over, they commandeer a whaling vessel to go find the sea people.
Yeah.
And it all dovetails really nicely into the fact that sea people have a lovingly close relationship with whales. Don't get me started on that. That's not part of this.
Heartwarming.
But what is interesting here is I assumed through 3/4 of the movie that they had a whaling ship there because they had to feed a ton of people. People need food. You hunt the whales for the food. All right, kind of makes sense. Lo and behold, I find out.
No.
I find out that the New Zealand sea captain, which we'll get to later, or the Kiwi sea captain, he is hunting the whales, and then when they kill them, all they do is suck out I wrote it down.
Brain juice.
The brain juice,
Amrita,
aka the ambergris, out of these whales because, and this might be his plot hole on its own. They send it back to Earth because it stops aging. And he is very definite on what stop aging means. He doesn't beat around the bush. He's like, none, zero, nada aging whatsoever.
Stops it completely. Yeah.
And he says this is what's paying for this operation. And I have so many questions about that statement.
Same.
One, how do they know that was there
Yeah.
in the whales? Why do they need to pay for the operation if the Earth is dying?
Also, I have another question too.
Okay.
Also, stopping humans from aging, isn't that going to make the resources problem even worse?
No, that's fine.
Oh, so what? You just want to kill all the humans?
Technically, if you can't age, you can't die. So why do you need to eat? Answer me that one.
Well, they didn't say you can't starve.
Wait, what?
Can't live off. You can't live off whale juice.
Can't you?
What? No, it's not like it doesn't make you
Hey,
immortal. Just
don't
makes-
get mad at me like I'm James Cameron writing this movie. I'm just asking questions.
I picture Matt taking that and being like, I can't age. I'm immortal
Yeah.
now. Steps in front of a
Yeah.
bus.
I'm
Try and stop me.
Try and stop
I'm
me now.
applying James Cameron logic to this question.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong. It stops aging, not dying.
Okay.
Well, I actually took it differently. I thought that basically when they said, I think that the whale mining operation is not affiliated with the military. It's like a private.
It's not.
It's a private business. And when he says what he thinks paying for this whole operation, he means the whole whaling operation.
No, he says it's paying for this whole thing, like the presence
So maybe-
of humans in Pandora.
So I think that the business entity that runs that whaling operation is making so much money that they're funding
Yeah,
the government.
that's what I
And it's
understood.
like this one hand washes the other kind of situation.
He says a bunch of times, I have quotas to meet, so people are demanding it from him.
Sure.
But like to Matt's point, what like if the Earth is going to shit, isn't like just trying to make money pointless? If what you're trying to do is fucking save the entire human race and move them to another.
I think we've learned with global warming that does not matter.
That is fair.
And
That
money
is very
comes
fair.
first.
I guess that's fair, but like it's the thing with like it's just Cameron's just like, oh, I need to justify this thing here, and like it's like just take 5 seconds and wrap it all in a nice tiny bow. Like they could have just been hunting for food and they just happened to figure this out. Like that's fine.
But
Just
here's the thing, Matt. Not only are they not hunting for food, but they don't even think about using it for food. They're like, yeah, let's sink it. Because here's why. They have to show that humans are bastards. And they're
Are the
evil
worst.
cardboard characters that have no depth to them. And all that they want to do is be evil. Because that's the entirety of the reason why they exist, is to be villains. So he was like, we're going to
let's be
kill
real.
this beast that, the scientist that should be Kiwi but isn't, we'll talk about it later, says, oh, they're smarter than us, they have more emotions than us, they have philosophy. They're like, no, we're gonna kill him, we're gonna extract the
They're
fucking brain juice and just sink the carcass because we're evil. Like, it's so
Who's got the harpoon now?
it's so
On the nose.
blatant and on the nose. It's like it's
Yeah.
awful.
The best part is the science that Jermain uses to justify that. It's like, look how big their brain space is. Of course,
Neural
they have more
pathways or
stuff.
something?
Yeah, look how big their neural paths are. Of course, they're smarter than us. I'm like, I don't know if that is actually is easy to relate.
not how it works.
Just that
It
one to
doesn't
one.
necessarily work
To
that
really
way,
hammer
yeah.
it home, then they all spit on the way once they're leaving. It's part of our tradition.
So, like, if we're calling out the plot hole here, and we're saying, well, the fucking humongous plot hole, like James Cameron's story writing is bad, but like, can we
in Avatar.
like?
No, come on. He wrote Terminator, Aliens. Those are all very good.
Yeah, how long ago?
Just saying.
As long as you leave out Titanic. No, you bastard! I tried to give you leeway, and you just got on and dug your own ditch. Okay,
Titanic's a fine film.
Titanic, the
Titanic's
story's
a
already written.
roasting
People
piece of
get on a
shit.
boat and fucking die. Move on.
and it was still bad. Go on.
The fucking Jack couldn't hold onto a piece of wood to live.
No,
No,
No, we're not going
there was
there.
room on
That
the
was
door.
room on that fucking door.
Fuck you,
Let it
Sven.
go.
If we,
It was
No.
20 years ago.
were-
Oh, you know what was 20
Ago.
years ago?
Listen.
James Cameron's talent.
listen, if we were talking about that movie here, one of your questions, Matt, would be, why is Rose the real villain? And you would be right.
That's correct.
Correct.
So, is there anything we can
Why
do?
is Jake the real villain?
He isn't. It's his wife. We're not gonna go there.
There you go.
Is there anything we can do to help old daddy fuckbucks make a better film?
Why? Oh, but why? He doesn't need our. He's got the money. But I like your question. What would we do to help him? We'd fire him.
No, but
Oh, you
fire
guys
him.
are going too hard on
can't
James
fire
Cameron.
him.
He's a genius.
I can.
So to me, the main problem is what Spencer brought up, is how do you reconcile the fact that the plan was to get Jake out of the way and Jake gets himself out of the way and they still go after him? Like maybe there needed to be some sort of a fight between Blue Ridge and the general, and maybe he kills her and takes over the operation, and that's why they
Makes
go
sense.
off after Jake instead of doing
Off
what
the
they need to
handle.
do.
That's
Like,
fine.
that's
I
because-
think that works.
Or they just say from the beginning, like they don't have a whole setup where they're like, he's in our way. They're just like, the whole setup from the beginning could be like, he stopped our last mission, and he's a AWOL soldier.
Yeah.
He has horrible optics. We need to kill
Yeah,
him.
that could
Not
be.
We need
Yes,
to,
and-
we need to fix
what?
this
You know what
problem.
it could be? It could be like, oh, he knows how we operate, how the military operates, so he can organize them against us. If he's not there, we're gonna have a much easier time, like killing them, and then that's why they have to kill Jake. I don't know, something like that.
That's just one small problem. There are many problems that we need to fix if we're fixing this movie.
If we're trying to fix it, and these are fine ideas, I think the RDF shouldn't have
RDA.
been able to progress as much.
RDA.
Fuck them. Yes, thank you. They shouldn't have been able to progress as far as they did, and because Jake kept gumming up their attempts to settle.
Okay. I see.
And with him out of the way, they can get production. Or they could like just fucking get the lights on, but they can't because the hostiles are always on them, and they have to kick things up a notch in order to remove that element. Hence, Blue Ridge.
And yes, and
I was like, who the fuck is Blue Ridge? I was like, oh, okay. I just got it.
maybe what should have happened is the army or the RDA goes, okay, we can't do anything here in the forest because of Jake. Let's go after the Sea Clans first.
Thank you.
And then he goes to help them.
Or
Right?
sure, yes, because that would give us the opportunity to say fuck off to the kid and the kids and parenting storyline, and make this about and make this about the other tribes and the planet rising to collaborate and do
them
stuff.
not necessarily trusting him because he's a forest Navi, blah blah blah. Okay, all of that could have happened.
And obviously, the kids end up coming because they want to prove that they're ready.
There you go.
Right?
But fuck them.
Then he doesn't look like a bad dad by putting his kids
Yeah.
in battle. They like came against his wishes.
Yeah, and then he had to do the right thing. Now I've got to bring,
Teach them.
got to work with the
I
other
gotta
tribes,
teach them.
and
Yeah.
now I've got to teach my kids too to
Yeah.
not get killed.
Actually, I like that because I think it makes more sense than because I didn't sit
What we
well with
got.
me when Jake went, oh fuck, I'm gonna run away. Like, it's like, is that a good plan? Because I thought they were gonna go, okay, so Jake is out, let's go there and murder every single forest Navi there is.
Yes.
Right. He's so fucking selfish. Did he not? Did
Let's
it
get
not
that
cross his
unobtainium
mind
from movie
Yeah,
at all?
That's what I
did
thought
it
was
not
gonna
cross his
happen.
mind?
Right.
If we leave, what's stopping them from going and fucking up the tribe? The new leader is green.
And then
You
they
have to
went.
assume
one. No, he's blue.
he's blue. You have to assume that tribe, the Force tribe, isn't going to stop fucking up the people who are on their planet, right?
But
Like,
that's
just
the
because
thing.
Jake Sully left, they're going to continue.
Yeah, but I thought the whole point was that he was Toruk Makto or whatever. He was the leader, and he knows how they operate. Him leaving is just gonna leave them more vulnerable because they don't have his expertise,
Sure.
right? And it did, like, in the end, it did end up just moving the problem, because then fucking Quaritch and the Blue Boys just went to fuck up the Sea Tribes or the Sea Clans. instead
There's a
of
blue
Forest
girl
Lands.
in there.
Can we stop everything and just acknowledge how good of a career Quaritch and the Blue Boys' music career would
There's
have
a girl.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay,
they don't
James
care.
Cameron.
No, they don't care.
I mean,
Quaritch and the Blue Boys.
wow.
And there's a girl. Yes. And
That's
I
the
remember.
name.
I
The
forgot.
whole name is
I forgot
Quaritch
about
and
it.
the whole
Blue,
name.
Blue Boys, and there's a
I
girl.
forgot.
Plus a girl.
Yeah,
I forgot
the
that there was a
drummer.
girl.
Bassist.
that's also in the title.
She's the
drummer.
bassist.
She's the bassist. Yeah, better. She's the bassist.
She's the bassist, just like in the Pixies.
In
It's very
parentheses.
long.
Oh my.
It forms the acronym forms a word somehow.
Yeah, we'll figure it out in post. All right, we've done all we can. I mean, I would just say fucking cut Quaritch and get rid of that whole fucking storyline. It would be a lot easier movie to deal with.
Yeah,
But
that'd
whatever.
be good.
Cor-
I'm fine with that
That'd be
too.
good.
I would have loved a new villain.
Yeah.
Quaritch wasn't
Yeah.
like an iconic villain in the first place.
And
He's also
and his fucking
why do they wanna
old
bring him
man
back?
voice on like a younger
It's so
looking
dumb.
face was so uncanny. He's
Like
weird.
watching Harrison Ford in the latest Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
yeah.
Weird.
Not to mention they brought a guy who failed last time
Right.
to do the same mission again.
That's true. It's like,
And he has
hey,
no knowledge of his death, so he can't actually be better at his job.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's
but
not like
he
he
learns
learned
about it though. That-
In the video.
Okay, let's segue into these questions.
Dash cam.
We're here. We're going to these questions. I have many questions about this movie that are fun, that we need to do to answer all these plot holes that James Cameron's throwing up so we can actually make sense of this movie. I mean, right off the top, I think we have to just go with Quaritch. Like, so Quaritch was told, he watched a video of himself telling himself that he may have died, and the inferences that he did. And then they go to the iconic fucking little tiny cabin in the woods.
Is it iconic?
I guess, I don't know, man. Where they had the final battle, and he finds Quaritch's
That's the
mech,
right answer.
his own mech, and his like frail skeleton left over, and they have footage of him being shot with a bunch of arrows by Natari. What do you
Can't
think?
get her name right.
What do you think? Natari, is that what you want? Natari, Yeah,
Neytiri,
who gives a shit?
Neytiri.
Neytiri, whatever. I'm not getting anybody's name right in this fucking thing. What do you
Fair.
think happened in Quaritch's brain when he watched his own murder on loop on that little fucking camera in the woods, or the TV in the woods?
You think he had a,
I think he had a hard on.
friend.
I think he got a hard on watching himself.
you think
die.
he had a, you think he had an ego death?
No,
What's the ego death? Oh, like the death of his ego?
no, I
No.
think he got a hard on.
No.
Honestly,
You do.
Okay.
yeah. I think he was like, yeah, daddy like. I don't know
That
why.
didn't like
but that's-
watching himself die.
Yeah. It's Quaritch. He's fucked up.
Because he lived. Because
Kill
he
me
lived.
harder, mommy.
There you go. There you go.
I owe you a death.
I
Sexually.
mean, he was already such a well-adjusted individual. I'm sure it did nothing bad
do,
to his
you,
psyche.
do you think they even gave them penises, or they're just like, we can't trust you, jarheads? You just fucking.
Well, that's a better question.
Smooth.
Do Navi have penises
I mean,
in general?
yeah.
I don't get
I
it.
think they
I
do.
thought
I
their
thought they
genitals
just-
were their hair.
locked,
Yeah.
locked
They're
hair.
queuing. They're queuing.
Yeah, that's
Penis
right.
Yeah.
They're queuing to each other. It's the Navi version of docking.
Okay.
Then they do it to every animal and plant.
Oh,
So wow, they're very
They
free.
bang
It's very
everything.
fluid on.
yeah.
It's fluid on
it's a-
Pandora, baby. It's all love. It's free
Not
love.
You didn't
just
see-
animals, trees.
You didn't see it, but off camera, there was like Navi whale creatures, Navi like flying bird
yeah.
things, just
All
everywhere.
sorts of different hybrids.
rocks.
Sure.
Patayan, Tell me what happened. Why are you outcast? It's too painful.
Yeah, it's a bit.
But I trust you, and you can trust me.
So what you're saying is he had sexual trauma, is what you're saying.
He hadn't nutted in years. All right. Well,
Lord
we know what
have
happened
mercy.
to Quaritch. He got horny and lost his penis.
I don't think that's what he said.
Amazing summary. No, that was perfect.
We'll allow
That was
it.
a
That's what I
perfect
got out of
summary.
that answer. The Earth is dying, as told to us by General. What's her face? I'll look
Ardmore.
this. Hardmore.
Sopranos.
It should be Ardmore, but no, just Ardmore.
Sure, man. That could be. Sam Worthington played her in a fucking Navy TV movie.
Sam Worthington played the general too.
Yeah.
This man is a savant.
He played General Ardmore in the movie Bullet.
Yeah, I believe that 100%.
Bullet hole.
But
No,
so
Bullet Hole that's the prequel.
that is the prequel. What is happening to the Earth that is making it die?
Do you think maybe it's like they were testing all of those ships and like taking off just fucking burnt the entire planet to a crisp?
Prototype 1 and 2. We got it wrong, but we'll get it right.
We got it right. Now it can travel, but now imagine if it takes that.
But we can't come
if
back.
it burns that much coming down, imagine how much more it burns going out.
That's what she said.
Hey!
Oh my God.
Also,
Oh my
that's what she
God.
said when she ate spicy food.
That's what Ikran
Oh
said.
no! I tried. I tried.
You shouldn't have. Okay, I mean that's fair. So they burned the Earth. I feel like it's already dead in this scenario, not just like on its way out.
I think everybody with any capabilities left Earth on the ships,
Right.
and all that's
Just left the
are-
idiots at home.
Yeah, are like just seeing pictures from Pandora, and they've all become furries,
Oh
and
no!
they no longer
Jesus.
can act
But
as a
where-
society.
Okay, so you're asking what happened to Earth,
Yeah.
but I mean, and we clearly didn't see where the rest of humanity
No idea.
is. And so
Wait, are they on other planets?
Yeah.
They don't
I
say
don't know
anything.
where they are at all.
Did they talk about
That's
it
the point.
in the
They
first
don't
movie
say.
at all?
No, because they were
remember.
just there for unobtainium, right? They weren't there because the Earth was dying in the first movie.
Yeah.
The Earth dying.
Oh, you know what probably happened?
Is new.
They probably were unable to obtain the unobtainium, and they needed that.
Okay.
They really did.
So you're saying they came back for the unobtainium?
No, it's too late.
Okay.
Now. They
Did
needed
they really call it unobtainium, or we just call it?
no,
They
that's
Did
what
you
it was
not
called.
watch the first Avatar? It was called unobtainium.
I don't remember
Yeah.
it. We all discussed how forgettable it was.
so on the nose. I couldn't believe it. They used an actual element called unobtainium. It was like, what the
Oh my
fuck?
gosh!
They might as well have just called it Iraqi oil.
Wow.
Never go. Might have
Be more
because
on
you
the
never,
nose.
never gonna get it. 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 Gonna
I
get
don't
it.
want to do the loud pitch voice for moving on from that. Spencer?
Yeah, so they didn't get their unobtainium,
Yeah.
so they were unable to restart the Earth's core, because I assume that's what that was.
I mean, that
for.
seems
Start the
plausible.
Earth car.
Ooh.
No, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
And they needed to make sure that no, let's leave
Yeah,
it. I
don't-
like this.
yeah, we're-
It's fun.
It's a
fun.
nice little bow right now. Don't unravel it.
It's too sexy.
Moving
It's too
on
sexy.
from that, hey, why are the Forest Navi or the Air Navi, if you will, so pro patriarchy?
In what way?
I mean,
Pro
in every way. The man runs the house. The woman doesn't do anything.
Yeah, that was rough, especially when
Sounds
they
like
moved.
just know what's up.
Incel Spencer, where'd you come from?
I'm back.
But that was dirty. As soon as they move, they go to the Water Tribe, and then Neytiri doesn't like the cut of the I can't remember Rowan
Roll.
Ronald.
Rolanol. What the fuck? It sounds like
Ronagon.
It sounds like Rohypnol or some shit. What the fuck? And so they come to verbal blows, and then Jake apologizes for his mate.
Yeah,
She's
right?
tired. It was the worst
And
writing.
it's work.
Might as well just been like, can you keep your bitch in line?
No, and the
Yeah,
worst part is
that's what he said.
He says I'm not worried about the chieftain. I'm worried about her because clearly she has the final say there. And it's like
Bitches be crazy.
it's like shut up when the man is talking. Like what the fuck is that?
It was terrible.
Yeah,
We
so
know where
why-
James stands in
but the
terms
question
of
was why are
the
they so
household.
pro patriarchy?
Yeah.
Why are they? Because they try to keep bitches down.
No, but that
They try to keep.
Well, they
it's
live in a
terrible.
very hunter-gatherer society.
Hey,
Oh, you're
Spencer's
right.
talking right now.
So,
it's up for
we'll
it's
see.
up for this. Yeah,
We'll see.
Yeah,
He doesn't know. He doesn't know. The host doesn't know what
Ah.
symbiote is going to take possession.
The personality is in flux.
Because because this is a very different movie than the first one, where Natiri was a very capable hunter and
Leader,
independent
and
person
leader,
on her
yeah.
own. In this movie, they're a hunter-gatherer society where the men are in charge and the women follow. And I, for one, am like a refreshing new take.
Oh, now we know.
It's about time.
Oh, dear.
But Spencer, why?
Somebody bring the white van so we can shove and sell Spencer.
Let's-
into
we're just going to move past this question and on to one where maybe he'll disappear. We'll find out why.
Heal us,
Why?
Matt. Heal us.
Nateri, is that correct?
That's close enough.
Closer.
Natari.
I appreciate the effort. Well, that's a step back.
Further.
Keep going. Keep going.
Just say whatever.
Warmer,
we know what it
colder,
is.
warmer, colder. Yeah, keep going. Do we?
Nene says Nene has
Yes.
she has a unique fletching. The tip or the ends of her arrows are a very specific color that marks her presence on a battlefield. Why does she do this?
Women love to decorate.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Spencer is back.
Whatever demographic we were
Oh my
about
God.
to expand
Gone.
has evaporated into nothingness.
Jesus.
Anybody else want to answer this question for real, or are we just fucking letting Isabel Spencer take over?
I'm shocked. I don't know what's happening. So why does she have to have a calling card? Because she's a master at the craft of killing bitch ass motherfuckers
Right.
who
She
would
really
step
is the
on
best
her
Okay, but I have a
territory.
question about that. Like, is she the only one who can get whatever feathers she's using to make that fletching? Is that
Yes.
how that works?
That would be cool.
I'm going to say yes
That
just
would
so
be
you
cool.
answer my question and get off your
That
question.
would be interesting.
Fuck off with your question. Mine's more important.
She has a unique fletching because she wants the people, the comrades of her victims, to know who did it. Because she's such a bad bitch.
Psychological.
Stochastic terrorism is what you're saying.
Yes, exactly. That. Whatever that is, I agree.
I was expecting
I
that.
appreciate and applaud your transparency. That sort of sounds like true Spencer coming. Like leave the other personalities.
So
on-
it's
on the-
basically
on
an
the show.
intimidation tactic, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's
badass.
I mean, it works.
That's fair.
Like Quaritch fucking.
I'll say the one
quivers in
cool
his
thing about
boots.
her is she kills everybody.
She kills everybody, and she's very, very efficient with
she's a badass.
reusing her arrows.
Whenever she gets some screen time that is not her fucking yelling like a
Ugly crying.
a banshee or ugly crying, she actually is a pretty good with her bow
Oh.
and hunting.
They watered her
All
down.
you
in
needed
this
to
movie.
do
They
is have
watered her
Jake
down.
Sully like distract fucking Quaritch for long enough for Nene
Yes.
to pop a cap in his
Fucking
head.
Yes,
Pop- yeah.
I would love for it again. Yo, you were dead. We'll see about that,
No,
punk ass motherfucker. Ha, surprise, motherfucker! That would have been great.
Like they should have done
Again.
the Dexter thing with Sergeant Donald. Surprise,
Yes,
motherfucker!
yes.
And
That's
shot
what
in
that
the
was.
face. Yeah,
That would have been put him down again. Put his ass down
she even
again.
says it. Like she's like, "I'll kill you as many times as I have to." It would have been cool if she did.
She
but
starts
no.
doing it.
Yeah. Not only did she not do it, but fucking Spider saves him too. Like, what the fuck was that?
Jake, we're not talking about that.
Yeah.
I don't care. Fuck Spider.
Big ass forehead,
I'm
ugly
on
ass.
to my.
All my homies hate Spider.
I'm on to my next question. I don't care.
Wow. Okay. Segwaying like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm a professional.
There is no
But I do want to talk about Spider, ironically.
The whiplash.
I'm a professional, folks.
What happens when I look at my notes after I respond?
Don't try this at home, folks.
exactly.
Only a trained professional podcast host can pull the maneuver I'm about to pull.
I don't want to talk about Spider.
Does this
Having said
podcast
that,
have
my
any
next
sort of
question's about
wellness
Spider.
benefit? Because my neck needs
No,
some
that's true.
RMT
If you're not a
attention.
professional, you can fucking pull something.
You can. You're safe because I'm a professional at speaking words and
say the word.
segueing. The question I want to know about is at the end of the movie, Neytiri trades a son for a son, right?
Yeah.
And so she
Yeah,
basically
yeah.
pulls out Spider, slices up his chest, and threatens Quaritch
Yeah.
that he's going to kill Spider. Spider, no, sorry, not Spider. Quaritch backs down. I want to know on the way back to
Spider's
the
like,
sea
"What?"
clan's hut. What's that conversation like between Neytiri and Spider?
It's like Spider just giving her the side eye, like wanting to answer the question, but not having like she's like, this fucking bitch is crazy. If I ask her a question, she's gonna stab me in the jugular. Like, what the fuck's gonna happen?
I picture the scene in Anchorman after the big fight where they're just like, well, that escalated quickly.
Like,
Perfect.
just
Cut me with the dagger.
Just picture a blue Ron Burgundy.
Yeah. Well, that is. Yeah. I'm pretty sure the Terry killed the guy.
I think it would be like new mama. Do you love me?
And she just goes at him.
No,
I'll
she's
take
like,
what I can get, new mommy.
she's like, yeah, you're all right. You know,
Monkey boy.
you're okay. Spider.
Yeah.
Who named him Spider?
It's a nickname, right? His name is Miles Socorro for whatever fucking reason.
Oh, they call him Spider because of his Battlefield Earth white dress.
Okay, the defense rests. You're under no further
That's a
questions.
good answer.
I want to see the Battlefield Earth Avatar 3 movie. I think that would be
my
a
God.
bitchin'.
And then-
Battlefield,
John
like
Travolta.
Alien versus
Barry
Predator is Battlefield versus Avatar. Is that the same?
No, Battlefield Pandora. You not know how this works at all?
Yeah, that's much better.
Come on, man.
Yeah. With John Travolta, of course.
Speaking of mashup movies, this is another professional segue. Avatar 1 was essentially Pocahontas in space, which we mentioned previously. You might throw in some Dances with Wolves. What is Avatar 2 in space?
Well, The Last Samurai, clearly.
Okay.
But like in a weird reverse way, because Jake brings the problem with him to the sequence.
Ooh.
Like a Trojan horse almost of sorts.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What else? Let's think.
Pearl Harbor.
In space?
Yeah, that's true. Pearl Harbor in space.
Many lives were lost unnecessarily
So wait. So
in the execution of many
is
plans.
that why in the last battle the Sea Clan just fucks off at the end instead of helping?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like,
How does
it's like fuck this, I'm out.
You know what? I got surf and turf waiting for me.
Oh,
Rohypnol, what do you think about this? Huh? You still care like you, baby. I don't want you straining yourself too much, baby. It's just like, Daddy, I don't know. I when I ride. Okay, I like the way you talking, baby. Let's go back home, Rohypnol, and get
he
some
wouldn't
crack.
call her that. It's a pet name. He would call her Roofie. For sure.
Jesus. You brought that on yourself, Chris. Spencer, can you save us? From
Look
this?
at what we've been
You
reduced
don't know who's going to do the
We've
same.
been reduced to
So
Spencer. Can you save
what movie
us?
is this? I'm trying to think of.
I said Pearl Harbor.
what movie is this movie like? There's so many that it's like that. It's
Yeah,
such a.
it's true.
It's almost a hard
Start
question.
with one.
Is it
Start
Titanic
with one.
in
Start with
space?
one. Ooh.
No.
The only way out is through failure.
Is it Dune in space?
Wait,
Which
Dune
Dune?
is in space, you idiot.
Which Dune? Which Dune? Is it Denis Poutine Dune or is it Patrick Stewart Sting Poutine?
No, didn't he put in Dune? I understand
was
it's already
good.
in space, but like it's. I mean, like you move.
Pretty similar.
You have a
Dune
guy
in
who.
water.
It's the dude. It's James McAvoy Dune.
James
Oh,
McAvoy.
Children of whatever.
Oh no!
Oh,
Yeah,
that's the TV
McAvoy Dune.
movie.
God. Yeah, man.
Too deep.
I took it there.
Deep cut. Deep
You've gone
cut.
too deep.
I can't
First
think
cut
of
is the
anything, so I'm
deepest.
just going to say Toy Story.
To infinity and beyond.
It works
I mean-
if you think about it. Moving
All
on.
right.
You can't make that work just by
Jurassic
saying
Park
that.
in space. We'll move on.
Ooh,
Buzz Lightyear is
world
glorious.
domination.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
English patients in space.
Spencer, I think this is a question you should answer directly.
I'm ready.
Schindler's List.
Oh, God.
Too far.
Jesus.
Too far. I'm just gonna bleep that in post, probably. The whales with their
Yeah.
space ambergris.
Brendan
or
Fraser's the whale.
ambrita, the brain juice.
Yes.
So they didn't know the brain juice was there before. They showed up and eventually found the brain juice.
Yes.
How many animals did they cut through? How much brain juice did they drink
Of
of
other
other
animals.
animals to get to this one? And potentially, what were the side effects of other animals' brain juice? Brain juices, I
Yeah.
guess.
Brain juice.
Juice eye? Not sure.
What? No.
I'd like to think that every animal's brain on Pandora has a different superpower or
Nice.
What
ability.
can we learn from these indigenous animals?
We should drink their brains.
That
Step
sounds
one.
like sound logic. Scientist, what do you think?
just scientists.
Scientists, what do you think?
Science,
Well,
what do you
can't
say?
go wrong.
I.
When you drink their brains, you gain that knowledge. That's science.
Okay. Hoorah.
Hey, excuse me. We need our scientists to sound as boringly American as possible. We already have one crazy accent on this boat. We can't have two
Sorry.
of the
Why
same.
not?
Well,
What kind of boat is this?
As a scientist, I believe we should eat orangutan brain first, being as that is most human-like. Move our way to
Orangutan.
cats, eventually to whales. I assume one of them will cause us to be immortal.
Do you think?
Sir, do you have evidence for this thesis? No, I do not, but I do wish to try the brains of every animal on
Do
this
you
planet.
think they picked one of those flying creatures and tried to drink their brains to see if they could fly?
That makes perfect sense. That makes
You
perfect
sound like
sense.
sir. You sound like a scientist. You're on the team.
Thank you, sir.
Where have
I
you been
appreciate
all this time?
opportunity.
Here's several
You
billion
get your
dollars for a
page
grant.
viewer, I did.
Yes. Treat this man like a
Here's $1
king.
million.
Yes.
I mean, it's the same technology that they. I'm just going to assume it's the same technology that they use to put their brains in navies.
Oh,
I don't know if that makes any sense,
doesn't,
but I'm
but
going to go.
continue.
I'm going to say that.
That's close.
So obviously, when they first designed the navies, in order to understand how to make a suit that can be controlled by humans, they'd have to taste the navi brain, as is tradition.
Okay.
It's called the scientific method, I believe.
Oh. We got to taste the Navi brain at least 3 times then if we're following the scientific method properly.
Yes.
And don't forget to write
That's
down
step
your
one.
observations.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one seems to make you want to eat the brains of other animals.
Yeah, everything is symbiotic in Pandora. That makes sense. It's like the
Yeah.
circle of life. The circle of life and brain drinking.
I'll allow
Sounds
it.
like a beautiful,
Life
beautiful
finds
story.
a way. Ultimate
So-
power finds a way.
Avatar 3, The Way of Brain Drinking.
This does lead into a question I had, and so Spencer's already answered it. You
It
guys can
does?
answer it. Yeah, honestly, I was wondering how the RDA, the Resource Distribution
Development.
Development Administration, who knows what they're called? How did they figure out how to make anybody just into a Navi? Because it was like they made the bodies, and they had like the giving tree let Jake Sully jump into the body full time. But now we just have Quaritch and the gang. They're just like full on Navis, right? There's no,
It's just
there's no nothing.
Here's a USB stick with your brain. Just
They
shove
grew
it in
the
your
have a good
ass,
time.
bodies.
and now you.
First things first, I'm going to need to taste your brain. we got to start there.
Before this,
As you know.
this conversation will not proceed until you pick up that spoon and let me get a taste.
I'm gonna need a pee, stool, and brain sample.
In my mouth.
I'm gonna eat 2 out of those 3.
Too much.
Gross. So gross.
In a nondescript order.
And let me tell you, it's happening.
No, thank you.
Okay.
With or without your consent.
That's like this podcast. Let Spencer answer his question.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so obviously once that's done, they can move on. I think once they saw that Jake's brain was able to be fully
Juiced.
I was gonna say fully dilated, fully put into the body of the Avatar. Once they knew that was possible, even though it was done through space magic, they just needed to do some backwards engineering.
You just said a lot of words, but didn't provide any context.
So they
No.
they killed a bunch of people to try and make it work.
Tasted their brains.
Basically, tasted their brains.
Okay.
And
No,
with every
there you go. Here's what the
every
problem.
scientist knows.
Here's what the problem was. They kept trying without tasting the brains, and then it didn't work. And then when one of them was like, "We're eating whale brain.
Anus.
Let's just try." Yes, let's use all of that. We are already, eating whale brain. Let's eat Navi anus. Maybe that will give us an idea.
And then they did that,
And it worked.
But they grabbed the wrong cup,
Oh,
and they accidentally ate the brains. They said, "Wait,
it was like
This
penicillin.
ass
this
It
is
was-
not
They said, wait a minute, this is the best ass I've ever tasted.
Folks, you ask all the questions, and
I'm so grateful.
I'm
It was-
surprised we don't get here more often. To be
It
honest,
was like penicillin all over again. A happy accident.
did you mess with my Navi anus?"
Because whatever you
Don't do
did,
that.
thank you. Can I have another?
That is
Sorry,
one
sir.
delectable rectum.
no, I think we've nailed it.
Navi anus is a delicacy on Pandora. Okay.
I was ready to eat ass until I found Painter, but y'all just helped me out. Thank you.
Hey,
but then one-
side question. Just unrelated to. How does Kiri have powers?
Oh man, see when you eat.
No.
Chris,
Done.
Help me! I can't.
She's both 14 and 70.
What?
Be careful.
That's true.
Yeah.
she has the voice of a 7-year-old in her.
That's a lot of
14-year-old
ass.
body.
Why did you have to say it that way?
That's a lot of ass. She smoked a lot of. She smoked menthols. Okay,
So that's how she got powers.
that's a good start.
So
Game's closed.
that's what happened. No, that's what happened. Grace smoked a lot of menthols in the 70s because she was alive 100 years before. I don't know how.
Science.
Yeah. And then that caused, her avatar to develop special powers.
Isn't this movie in the future?
I have no idea.
Yes.
Well, in the
You
past,
just stop that nonsense.
In the past.
I just like the idea of
The
like
2170s, okay?
her,
hey,
like her. Can you imagine? Like,
Fate.
obviously the Navi don't know any of this, but like,
Sure.
imagine they find out that she has powers, and someone's like to Jake, being like, "Our child our adopted child was born of immaculate conception, and now has magical powers and has a following." And is growing and starting a resistance, and he's like, "This all seems mighty familiar."
Like, only instead of walking on water, she stands underwater staring at sand.
Yeah, and he's just
Same,
like, I just imagine him being like, "Why does this all sound so familiar?"
And then he's like,
It's just like,
I got it. Star Wars.
yeah, exactly.
So her name from henceforth is Kiri Skywalker.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
Spider rolls up, puts his arm around the neck. What's up, future daddy? I hit that.
Why?
Nateri, mommy, do you still love me?
What
This
is
is
what is happening?
this is
with
getting weird
Spider?
again.
Is he breathing now, like Pandora air? Is that what happened with him?
Yes.
Oh, that character was so dumb.
Which one?
Sorry, so that was Spider.
Okay.
No, she had powers
Uh-huh.
because
Radiation.
I think somebody injected that avatar with embryo that is actually
Orangutan.
enhanced.
Did you read this on the
Yeah.
internet?
No, this is my own theory.
They
Because I think it would be stupid if it's just like fucking like god children or something.
well, I'm sure that
Like
that's what's gonna
stupid fucking
that's gonna be
spiritual
the
bullshit.
plot
Onto
of
something.
the third movie. I think.
You're onto something.
Yeah, it's gonna be like Awa's child, but I'd rather it be like it was actually an engineered weapon that was created by the Earth people.
Interesting. I thought you were going to go in a different direction.
I didn't know what direction I was going in.
I know what direction you were going to go in until you went in a different
direction,
one.
and he doesn't know what direction that is.
But
What
the
direction was I
The
going
direction
in,
you were
Chris?
going to go in was that she was the embryo was injected with
Amrita.
Amarita.
That's what I thought too. Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I thought. It's like they,
combine two separate story plot points into one?
It's
Yeah.
dumb.
Can you do
No,
that?
not in James Cameron movies.
Not a James Cameron. No, those don't
this makes
affect each
way
other.
too much sense, and it's too tight. Let's leave it alone.
That'd be kind of cool.
Because if it creates immortality, what would it do in
Yeah,
an immaculate conception?
I
Successful
mean,
immaculate
they still
conception.
have to
No,
explain
but-
how the fuck that happened, and I'm pretty
No, but
sure
no, that was part of it.
I'm pretty sure that the reason why she got married, pregnant.
Married
Wow.
to Awa. Married to Awa.
Yeah, I think that the reason behind her pregnancy is the same why Kiri has powers, and I think that's going to be the plot of the third movie, and it's going to be suck ass, but you know.
Kiri has
Yeah, it's
powers.
gonna be. We know what it is, right? We know what the real reason is.
Well, you say yours, and then I'll say
We
mine.
do.
Okay, Sigourney Weaver in the last movie, if you recall, died, but was like put into the tree, or like connected into the tree.
Oh,
when
that's
she was
right. I
dying.
forgot about that.
So
I don't
her consciousness, not her consciousness, basically, she was like reincarnated into her avatar. So it's really like a reincarnation of
So
her
it is Star Wars.
DNA,
Told you.
mitochondria, etc.
Mitochondria, not
Brain
even
juice.
not even midichlorians.
Not even.
mitochondria.
Navi ass.
Mitochondria.
Photosynthesis, chlorophyll. I thought you were gonna see the reason. So I
got
like
it.
your theory. My theory is Kiri has powers for the same reason that people marry trees.
Scientologist.
No, it's the
Dendrophilia.
truth. Yes,
Oh,
Yes.
I mean, they all.
There are people who marry trees.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and,
what,
and
you
in
just- are you
Pandora,
insulting my wife?
in
I'm
Pandora,
not
they
insulting.
fuck
I'm saying
trees.
that's why. I'm saying that's why Kiri has powers.
My
planet-
wife Maple is a beautiful young sapling.
That's not. It's not an insult. I'm saying this is
I-
why Kiri has powers.
I bleed her dry every time I need some syrup.
I don't want to be here anymore, so we're moving on.
I was having a good time till
done.
whatever Luciano just said.
I don't know what he said, but I reserve the right to hate it.
I have left
You'll
the
hear
chat.
it.
I literally got my ass up and I walked away from this goddamn microphone. God damn it.
Let's
was
talk about our review of this movie. Where we're going to rank this in our patented, unique scale of
Unique.
tiers.
Yes.
S is the highest tier. F is the
It won't be
lowest
there.
tier. There's a bunch of letters in between. We invented this. No one else has ever used it before.
Original patented rating system.
Come at us, Japan.
Everybody.
Everybody.
Why Japan? Why Japan? Why would you be
I
so
was just picking a
specific?
country. I don't know.
I just picking a random
Picking a
country.
random country that may use it.
We were
I get you.
talking
In
about
their
Pearl
video
Harbor
games.
earlier.
Yeah.
And yeah, there
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah, we're Canadian. Come at us,
got you.
Japan.
I got
Yeah.
you.
Anyways, we're going to rank this movie. Let's just focus on that. I'm going to randomly select a person to rank this movie. Well, let's go with Spencer. He's always fun.
That is not true. Okay.
You can do it.
Beyond what we said, this movie is fine. It's like I said, it's like the Avatar first movie where it's like when you see it, you're entertained and you enjoy it, but then it's like very forgettable, and it seems so hollow. But that being said, I remember like when I saw it, I was like, oh, I left being like, that was fun. Could have been shorter. Should have been shorter. But for as boring and stale and predictable as the story is, There's a lot of cool visuals and coolish ideas. So because of that, I give this film a B.
The fuck is
I
wrong
know.
with your face?
Wow.
I know.
Okay.
I know. I'm like really on the fence. I'm gonna say I'm between a B and a C.
Well, you're committed.
Not,
Yeah.
and now I'm committed.
No, sorry, we're committing you for the
Yeah,
letter you picked. I'm sorry that got
committing you to the fucking loony bin.
Oh
is
God,
what
who's
we're
at my
doing.
door?
All right.
No.
That's probably the high. So let's go to what I assume is the low with Chris.
This movie is an E for excessively exhausting. I think this title,
Jeez.
the only reason why it's not an F is because of the CG and special effects alone.
Say it one more time.
Alone. This movie was
Alone.
also. I'm almost ready to yield my time. This movie was a terrible, terrible display of parenting. It really incensed me. I also think that the movie was wrong. This movie was actually should have been called Avatar: Way of Deadbeat Daddies. I don't think
was
anybody
quite a
should.
stretch.
No, you're a stretch. You're a Stretch Armstrong. I think people should not bother. Get high and watch this movie, and then you'll be as happy as Kiri was in the water.
Fucking hell!
I'm
Can
done.
you imagine watching this movie high? It will feel like 7 hours.
Oh, that's not true. It might be like gone in an instant. Depends how high
No,
you
he's
get.
right. No, you'd be really high, and you'd love the first 45 minutes.
Do you?
and then you'd start to be like kind of at it, and then by 2 hours in, you're
You're
like
not high anymore.
You're brain
melting.
dead.
You're melting
not
into the
high
chair.
anymore. That's how long it took. Yeah.
Man.
Like let's be real. We'd all pass out if we were high watching. You'd fucking pass out in the theater.
I assumed that I would be high for the first 45 minutes. The movie would be paused. And I'd be like, oh, that's an interesting
Just looking at like
it's very
like a still.
very experimental
Yeah,
film.
yeah.
If anyone listening wants to get a good night of sleep, watch this movie.
Okay. That's a great time to segue to Luciano's review.
Like, I was just gonna say before I do my reviews, like I think we found a way to make Chris hate any movies. Just if there's like a shitty parent, it's an immediate like D or lower for him.
Megan was
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
that
Anyway,
pissed me off. But anyway,
so like there was like even though it was stupid long and it didn't have to be that long, it was still kind of fun. Like the story is non-existent. The CG is beautiful, but in 2023 isn't as impressive as it is in 2009. And like I actually liked this movie a little bit more than before we talked about it. I'll be honest. Like
you're welcome.
It's not. Yeah, there's a lot of like problems, and the characters are paper thin. And the story is not there, and it makes no sense. I still did enjoy parts of it, so I'm gonna give it a C. I wouldn't watch it again, but I don't necessarily. I thought I was gonna regret watching it entirely, but I didn't. So it's a C for me.
Do you regret or do you regret preparing for the third Avatar movie?
I already regret having to watch the third Avatar movie. Yes.
We should have an over/under on how long it'll be,
Oh man.
and how many times they'll say "bro"
And
because,
yeah.
and will they say "Riz"?
Oh, and will Spider take his Battlefield Earth white dreads and lock them into a ponytail?
Yeah.
All I know is that Spider is going to be John Travolta in
Yes.
It's gonna be the
Battlefield
protagonist of the
Pandora.
movie.
Lots of dancing.
I will give a score to this movie. I didn't care for the runtime. I thought James Cameron used it as his tech demo in a way that was boring because we've seen this tech demo many, many years ago. The story was pointless. I really enjoyed how bad it was, so we'd have lots to talk about in this podcast. Looked pretty. Like his military stuff looked cool. Everything had a good feel in that respect, and design of like the world and the different tribes. Yeah, it's fun. He does a good job on that stuff. But he forgets about story, and I think one of the reasons why this is so popular is that the story is so basic. No one can be mad at it. because it doesn't do anything.
Don't have to pay
And that's why-
attention to it.
And that's why people go and watch, because they just get their brain just flatlines. Everyone just turns everything off. Woo, look at the pretty colors for 3 hours, and you come out and it's like, wait, did I like that movie? What did I just watch?
I
So-
think you just nailed it, Matt. I think that's exactly what it is.
And so, like, that's a C movie to me. That is just it's right down run of the mill. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good.
Yeah.
Do I want 3 hours back? It was okay. I've watched worse movies, clearly, on this podcast. And I'll never watch it again because why would I? I'll watch it again when I watch Avatar 3.
What?
It was
I fucking-
really
I fucking
eye opening
won't.
for me when because I watched this in theaters and I didn't want to watch it again because it's 3 fucking hours long, and I was bored watching a 12-minute recap of this.
Thank you. Thank you. That's the best add-on review I've ever heard.
That's true. It's like, this movie is so boring. A 12-minute recap is boring.
No, it's just like it was like, and then he goes to the water and goes to find a whale, and then he rides the whale and he comes back and they're mad at him for having the whale. I was like, oh my god, is this what actually happened?
Sure
in this movie?
is.
The
I was
visual.
like, this is fucking.
you try-
I'm 6 minutes in.
If you try to explain this movie story to anybody, they'll go, "Why did you watch this?"
And
Yeah,
the video,
yeah,
the visual that you're recreating for me when you talk about having to watch that 12-minute recap was like when Kiri jacked into the water tree and seized up.
It's like this movie. Chris is saying this movie is so bad it made me wish for a seizure.
This
is-
Wow.
That's it.
Well,
That's going to be in the
that's-
VHS box too.
That's what you said. That's not what I
no,
said.
that's
Put it on
what
the
you
box.
said.
It can go on the box, but that's yours, Luciano.
Mine is Daddy wanted his fuck bucks. So I'm good with that.
Again, he got him. So
Yeah.
Got him.
We've done it. We've completed this episode of the podcast. We've
and it
made it
didn't
through
even take 3 hours.
Avatar Way of the Water. We
Hey.
condensed it. Yeah. Instead of watching that movie, listen to this podcast twice. That'll be a better use of your time.
We recapped it pretty well.
We covered.
We
covered
created
that.
a whole new game that was more enjoyable than this. The
We
Sam
certainly-
Worthington game. Remember?
We certainly covered the most important bits. I'm sure of it.
Yeah. Let's leave it at that.
All I remember us talking about is brain juice.
That's all you need
There
to
you
know
go.
about this movie.
That's really what it's all about.
We are moving into the month of December. We're going to do some weird stuff in December, just some changing of things, just to make it
getting
interesting. We're getting weird. First thing we're going to do is we're going to watch a movie that I don't believe is going to fall in any of the facts categories. It's Christmas
Oh, baby.
themed. We're going to watch Netflix's I Believe in Santa.
Oh no!
It is
Oh yes.
I don't
Netflix's
think I
version
agreed to
of a
this.
Hallmark romance.
No, we actually decided
movie.
this in your absence.
I'm realizing that now.
This is what happens when you go away. We take matters into our own hands.
What a huge mistake!
The upshot is this is probably only an hour and a half, so it'll be less time wasted on your behalf than.
It'll feel longer, believe me.
We'll find out.
Gangbusters.
That's the first thing we're doing in December. So keep following with us. We have other things planned. I think we're going to go to the theater and watch a movie. I'm not going to tell you which one yet.
What? Social interaction? What is this?
I don't know. We'll probably get COVID from doing it, but we'll try it anyways.
Don't worry, I'll wear a
Don't
condom.
invoke. Don't invoke.
Don't
its
invoke the
name.
evil words. But yeah, next week we will be doing I Believe in Santa. It is on Netflix. It is about a woman who gets a new boyfriend and he loves Santa Christmas and she hates Christmas. So all the trimmings are there for a
Wow.
beautiful tale.
I'm
what a
already
wacky
related
adventure.
to this woman.
This is you. This is you and your wife. I can tell.
Yeah. The Grinches, they call us.
Okay. That's it for us. We will.
Is there whale hunting
Hey,
in it?
I'm trying to wrap this podcast up. Shut up.
Sorry, I just need to
There's
know.
no brain juice, I assume, in this movie.
Well, then I'm out.
We'll find out. But we'll talk to you next week when we talk about I Believe in Santa.